What's happening, ladies and gentlemen? This is Min from Architecture Inspirations. Today I'm going to show you some materials tips and tricks in Lumion. Let's get started. Here I have a model that I created a while back, and I'm going to bring it to Lumion by using Lumion Live Sync. First, I'm going to set up my camera and do a test render to see what the render looks like before we adjust our materials. Now let's start editing the materials. You can do that by first going to the Materials tab and click on a material in the scene that you want to edit. After you click on a material, the material library will open, and now you can see that the imported material is highlighted because this was imported from SketchUp earlier. You will also see a number of material choices such as color, glass, water, etc. And if you look up here, you will see the different materials tab such as nature, indoor, and outdoor. Each of these tabs have lots of materials that you can use for your model. You can choose whichever you like by clicking on a material to apply it to the current selection. However, my original material was pretty good, so I would go back to the Custom tab and click on the imported material. This will revert it back to the original material. Now if I want to edit this material, then I can click here to make it a standard material. And the material editor window will open with multiple options such as colorization, gloss, reflectivity, relief, scale, etc. When you apply the standard material, the settings will be at its default. This might make the material look odd, so the first thing I usually do is to reset all of these sliders by turning it down to 0 so we can start from scratch. Then I will go up here and click here to load a normal map. And if you don't have a normal map, then just click here and Lumion will create one based on the color map. You can control those bumps by using this relief slider here. If it's hard to see the bumps, you can use this colorization slider to override the texture with a color like white or gray. This will make it easier to see and adjust the material's normal map. Note that you can also click here to invert the direction of the normal map. This will determine which areas are being pushed down or up. When you're happy with it, you can turn the colorization slider back to 0. Next, I'm going to adjust the glossiness and reflectivity by using these sliders here. This is mainly trial and error to see what works best for your material. Finally is the scale, which determines the size of your texture. Drag it to the right to make it bigger and drag it to the left to make it smaller. And if you drag it all the way to the left, then this will revert it back to the original scale of your imported texture. There we go. Now just use this workflow to edit the materials in your model. The glass material is a little bit different because whenever you import a model with glass material, it will automatically be changed into Lumion's glass material. Here I can choose from the huge library of glass materials in Lumion, or I can edit the material myself. First, I usually increase the internal reflections and double-side it to make the thickness of the glass more visible. For the color, I can turn this all the way down to make it white, or choose a custom color using this button here. There are more options here that you can play with, such as reflectivity and opacity. Frostiness is a cool option to create a frosty glass effect, while the relief slider will make the glass look wavy and bumpy. Next, let's talk about some of these additional settings. The first two are position and orientation. The position tab will let you offset the material in the X, Y, and Z axis, while the orientation tab will let you rotate and shear your texture in different directions. You can use these options in conjunction with the scale slider to make the material fit perfectly to the geometries in your model. Next, I want to go over the emissive material, which is useful for creating a TV screen effect like this, or a lit light bulb effect like this. You can also choose a color for the light. A cool tip for picking color is you can copy a specific color code and paste it in this color bar here. Another way to create a lit light bulb effect is that you can make the wires inside the bulbs emissive. If you use Lumion Live Sync, you can hide the bulb in SketchUp's window like so. And this will make it easier to select the wires inside the bolts so that you can apply an emissive material to them. After that, just go back to SketchUp and unhide the glass bulb. Finally is the weather material. This is a great option to create weather or age material such as an old wall or an old wood floor like so. There are still a lot of tips and tricks for materials in Lumion because I'm still new to the software, but these were the most important things I learned so far. Let me know if you guys have your own tips and tricks for materials. If you guys like Lumion videos, then let me know and I can create more, such as landscaping and using styles to render, or even photoshopping using render channels. And that's all for today, guys. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, comment below if you have any suggestions. Stay inspired, guys, and I'll see you next time.